just kind of going into that ninth inning down by a run, your team's back against the wall with 2 outs. What do you think led to their resiliency to be able to come through at that moment?
It's we've had a lot of breaks go against us. Some self-inflicted, like the one in the bottom of the eighth there. I just time and place for that play, but that certainly wasn't it, I don't think. But the way our guys bounced back from that, and 2 outs, nobody on, and then we get a base runner there, and a double and single, and just like that, we take the lead. It's huge, huge boost of morale for the guys in there, and something that our team needs right now. So I think a big break for us, and hopefully this is something that gets us going.
What was the talk in the locker room between those guys after this kind of win?
Just that pretty much. That look, man, we've had every bounce go against us so far. We played a very tough schedule so far, and we're hanging in there punch for punch with a lot of guys. We're coming out on the losing end a little more often than we'd like, but this is a rivalry series. These emotions, when you have this type of game, against these guys, it's very emotional, and when you're able to bounce back from what would have been a heartbreaking way to lose a game, really, to bounce back and come out on top. It just speaks to the character of those guys, and they're just extremely proud of them tonight.
You talked about your team wanting to bring the edge into this game, and some guys, needing to get a little angry, a little ticked off. You feel like when they got down, they got a little, riled up, and were able to get the team, kind of together and build that spark?
Well, I think there was no quit. From that standpoint, I know when we came back in from that, the tough bottom of the eighth there with that play, we came back and guys in the dugout, we're let's go boys, we got this thing. So even with 2 outs, we knew once Toby got on, we had a shot, and Crom came up with a huge double there, and of course Ethan with the big knock to drive into just. And the way Ben Jacobs bounced back after that, not only to get that third out in the bottom of the eighth, but then to come back and do well in the ninth there too was great.
To have a pitcher like Thomas Burns, when you come out and talk to him and he wants to stick it out and be able to finish the job, how is it just to witness a freshman like that to be able to want to stick it out and lead the job?
Well, that's sometimes why I go out there, just to try to get a feel where they're at mentally. Thomas is, that's pretty impressive for a freshman to say, Coach, I can get this guy out. I know I can. And I trust my players, at the end of the day, and there's times when you have a gut feel and you got to go the opposite of what they say, but more often than not, you look me in the eyes and say, I can get this guy out and I want him, and hey, I'm going to trust my guys, go get him. And, he did. So just extremely proud of Tom. He's doing a great job.
Sticking with Burns, at times, last couple outings, get himself down in the count, struggling to come back. Tonight, very different story. Get himself down in the counts, but will really work his way back. What do you feel has been that adjustment these last 2 weeks to get him to fire back and find inside the zone?
Tommy, he's still learning. This is his fifth start in his college career. He's going to keep learning and keep developing, keep getting better. Sammy Peraza has done a great job with him. But you can see the tools and the talent there that has the makings of a very good weekend Friday night starter. And he's not going to be perfect. He's still a puppy, and still wet behind the ears, and he's still learning these things. But each time he goes out there, he's getting more and more confident. And think of every start he's had. It's been a high pressure start for him, and this is no different, against these guys. But he continues to rise to the occasion and keep us in ball games, and that's what you want out of your guy on Friday.
You speak of atmospheres like this for newbies, the ones that haven't experienced this yet, the one that came in the biggest spots here today. What was that like to see some of the new guys get experience what you've seen for so long?
Well, this is I've said it before. These type of rivalry games and these type of experiences, and that's why you come to college, and that's why you play college baseball. They're a lot of fun, and they're intense, clearly, and a lot of fun, a lot of emotions, and that's the whole reason you come and play college baseball at Arizona State. To witness these kind of atmospheres and these kind of games. So again, just extremely happy for our guys tonight, and we'll celebrate this one and then turn the page and get ready for tomorrow.
How did you get the team, and especially those newer guys, to understand kind of the meaning of this rivalry heading into this series?
I gave them the history of it last night, after practice. Just kind of, said this thing means a lot to a lot of people. This rivalry goes deeper than just us against them. There's people that this is a very hated rivalry for a lot of years. and people need, I'm not saying that to put extra pressure on our guys. It's just you got to understand what this rivalry means to people. People of Tempe and people of this place down here. It matters. It matters to us. So, how you go about and focus and play your game with the right representation of your school is important. So, they took the message well.
From a infielder's perspective, how has Ethan Mendoza been able to look like such a professional early on as just a freshman and so calm and poised in these moments?
Ethan's emotions, he seems to not get too high or too low. He just kind of, sometimes you wonder if he's awake out there. He just kind of is, there and does his job, which is, like I said, pretty impressive for a freshman to come out and not get too caught up in the emotions and just go out and play the game. So, got up there in the ninth and just like, no big deal. And before I could even look up, he's in the box ready to go and ready to win it right there. So, he's doing an outstanding job.